Yo, what is up, boys? How's it going? And welcome back to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. Today we're talking about To Be Hero X, Bang Dream, It's My Go, My Dear Friend Nokotan, and Smartphone Isekai Season 2 for some reason. Joining me for some reason. Joining me today we have Jordan, the anime dude. How you doing?
What's up, everybody? Happy to be here. I'm excited for this one. This will be a good time. So.
Hell yeah. And you recommended Bang Dream, It's My Go. And we also have Anime Recon with us today. How's it going, bro?
What up, guys? It is great to be back for another round of Suffering with the Boys.
Suffering with the Boys. And
The
you
best way to
recommended
suffer.
My Dear Friend Nokotan.
Yes, Nokotan.
I was stupid enough to try and troll these guys to make them watch Smartphone Isekai Season 2. But I hadn't watched Smartphone Isekai Season 2, so I had to torture myself, which was just so stupid. And Recon, the masochist that he is, had already watched Smartphone Isekai Season 2, all of it, which blows my mind, because it might be the worst anime I've ever watched. It's up there. It's like a top 2.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Anyway, boys, where do we want to start today? What are you guys thinking?
Up to
I'll
you.
leave that up to Recon.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, let's just start with mine, Nokotan.
All right, Nokotan. Nokotan was crazy.
So,
It was
Ensure
wild.
guys Chica music here, the chant.
Jordan,
All right.
you know what? You go first. You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right.
go ahead.
So, my dear friend Nokotan. I've watched 8 episodes of this, and I plan on actually finishing it because honestly, this was a pretty good pick there, Recon. I don't know what you've been cooking, but you've been throwing some bangers in there lately. So I had a lot of fun with this one. I feel like I'm usually not a very big fan of like comedy anime if it's like the sole focus is comedy. And you know, it has a very distinct style in a lot of Japanese anime and media with the humor because it's like a bunch of crazies with like one straight man that's kind of calling out the joke. And for some reason, a lot of times it doesn't really hit. And Nokotan was very outrageous, very absurd in that same way. Like I didn't expect to really like it. I figured the memes would be fun, things like that. But with Studio, just I don't know, they brought it to life. They did really good. It was very high quality. It was a fun time. If you don't take it too seriously and you just enjoy the jokes, like enjoy the memes, enjoy all the good OSTs, like it's the fun time all around. I enjoyed it.
I will say,
Glad.
a lot of the times, comedy anime falls short for me. And, like, there has to be an other aspect to the show that keeps me invested with a little bit of comedy here and there. But when comedy is the main focus, even romance comedy, sometimes I just can't get into it. I will say, even though this was the stupidest anime I ever watched, it held my attention the entire time. It got so many laughs out of me. It farmed so many clips. Most importantly, it farmed so many clips. It's so ridiculous, Recon. Thank you for this recommendation. I can't believe I'm saying this.
I knew
But,
you guys would like the shenanigans.
It was fun, and it made me laugh, and I like the characters. Like, there's no reason for me to
Crazy.
dislike this anime, even though it is the stupidest thing of all time.
Yeah, the characters are good.
As far as the characters go, I do think like the blonde chick and then Nokotan herself, of course, pretty much carry it for me. But
What
God,
about the sister?
I can. Yandere Imoto's fun. You know, it's a cliche. She's all right. She's all right.
Okay.
It's fun whenever she's there, but I'm glad they don't overdo it too much. But I will say I was always kind of a deer hater. You know, I grew up family of hunters out here. People hunt deer all the time, but usually they end up hitting them with their car because they're just stupid. They're like rats with hooves, right? Have you ever heard the sound they make? Like they're pests, right? A lot of times they're majestic looking. You like to look at them from a distance, but you know they're kind of annoying. This show is just deer propaganda because I've bought in now. I'm like, they're so cute. I want to go to Japan. I want to feed the deer. I want to give them some deer crackers. Like,
Dude,
I don't know. This show changed how I saw life. It's crazy.
That's another thing. There's some scenes where they're like, haha, while the comedy's going on, let's just throw 2 deer in the background. Just 2 CGI ugly looking deer in the background. And it's just like, why are there deer at the door? And it's just so stupid. And it's so funny. I love it.
I saw that memed on so much whenever the show first came out, and honestly, I'd heard like a lot of people kind of hate on the show, say like, yeah, it is just the memes, like it fell off hard, things like that. But whenever you see those deer, you see them and it's funny. But I did not expect them to be in the show as much as they are. They're in so many different scenes, and it's funny every time. I don't know why. It's just they're so out of pocket. They're just there at random times, looking majestic as hell, judging them.
Let me ask you guys this: how do you feel about the opening? Because the opening is one of the most popular openings in anime. So what do you guys think of it?
It's a banger. Go ahead.
Absolute banger. Yeah. No, that's the thing I heard memed on most of all prior to this show even ever coming out. Right, was people would just play that brain rot opening on loop for the same part with the little dance from episode 3, and that was the only thing I knew going into the show, and I was not disappointed. The opening's a banger. I loved it.
Hell yeah. And then another thing about this show that's really funny is like when they do the transitioning scenes and it's just like a picture of a deer in like the real world with like a PNG of a character from it. Like this show does not take itself seriously at all, and I think that is why it works.
All right, and one last thing I wanted to touch on for this show and stuff, especially in those first few episodes, is I love how much of a Chad, just absolute Chad, Nokotan is. I don't know if you noticed this, Briggs. Just the first entrance she has into the classroom where she's walking in slowly with that Sheikah chant and
boss music.
I'm sure you've known a few gym bros in their lives where they go to the gym a few times, they start pumping some weights.
I can't get through the door.
I can't get through the door. I got to turn sideways. I gotta try to fit. She has that same energy as she like just doesn't care. She just walks, her hooves break the sidewall. I was laughing my butt off there.
Dude, that is so funny you mentioned that. I literally have a clip ready to go. I have a clip ready to go called "The Greatest Entrance in Anime," and my first thing is like, "What a Chad!"
Dude, I figured you would like that part, and then also just the Dark Souls references, right? Like how the opening says "you dear" instead of "you dead," but also just the Ashika chant just reminds me of like Dark Souls like boss music.
Yep.
Or at least like the cliche of it. So I don't know. A lot of fun there. Could gush about this for a while.
Yeah, but we do need to move on and talk about some other anime. Let's go on to last week we covered a bunch of seasonal anime, right?
Oh yeah,
and we forgot to talk about To Be Hero X.
Before we go to Be Hero X, do we want to rate Nokotan real quick?
Oh yes, I forgot that we do the rating thing.
Go ahead, rate it.
We don't
have you guys rate it. No, you should. I want to know what you guys rate it.
Okay, what are we rating this thing?
I'm gonna give it a 6. So I'm a pretty harsh critic. 5 is usually my average. I think this was a solid anime, above average. It gets too much hate. Solid 6. That's probably the highest I have an anime that's like solely comedy. Because usually I do not vibe with shows like that hardly at all, except for maybe like Grand Blue and a couple other exceptions, right? So solid show.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, which is weird.
Oh, that's pretty high.
I'm giving it because I have no complaints, other than like maybe it's not the most interesting thing that makes me want to keep on watching like crazy, and like makes me think in any way, or makes me like look forward to watch like a lot of episodes. But in an individual episode, I have no complaints. It's just fun. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I can't give it lower because I don't have any. There's like no faults to it, for me at least.
Very nice. Very nice.
So let's talk.
I'm glad you guys actually enjoyed it.
Hell yeah, good recommendation,
Yeah.
Recon.
Yeah,
I've been having some good ones.
Makes me really happy.
Okay, Recon. Since we were talking for a while about my dear friend Nokotan, why don't you take us away about To Be Hero X? We forgot to talk about it last week, guys. We completely forgot to talk about it.
To Be Hero X. First of all, I had no idea if this was even going to be good back when like the first trailer was released or it was actually announced. Like, but when I saw it for the first time in the first episode, I was like, oh my god, that first episode was so good. It just reminded me about Arcane from Netflix. It has so very similar animation and the style. It was nice. It blends in uniquely 2D animation and 3D animation during like fighting sequences. It's just so cool. I didn't think it would work because normally that wouldn't really be working out very well, but this one did. It's just really good. It's just really good looking. I love the characters. The main protagonist, Weakling, how he gains his powers through trust. The power system in this anime is something else. I'm not gonna lie, because you have to gain trust to get to be a hero. Anybody can be a hero, which is really cool.
Which was the first advertisement that he created, is anyone can be a hero. X.
Anyone can be a hero.
And then in the most recent episode, we see what happens, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I think, Recon, you touched upon a lot of good points. I love the animation, how it transitions from different styles for different moments and different scenes, works very well. I think the characters are good. Number one thing about this anime is the power system for me. I love how heroes are stronger based on how much people love and rely on them and care about them and like trust them, right? Like the feelings people have for heroes creates their strength. So obviously the more popular you are, the better or more stronger you're going to be for like the hero ranking. However, the more people fear you and are scared of you is how it affects your villain strength. And I think the idea of heroes and villains strength being controlled by like public consensus and feelings of the people is such a cool concept, and I think the series does it right.
I don't think
Jordan?
it's even been done before, Briggs, has it?
It
Like this type of
reminds
power
me-
system.
It reminds me of One Punch Man in a way, but it's obviously not the same.
Not really.
I think
It
that in
doesn't-
regards to a power system that's controlled by the world, it feels like whatever you want to be in the One Punch Man world, if you do it to an extreme and believe hard enough, like you could become a crab monster. If you eat nothing but crab, you know, like it's a weird concept where the world shapes its heroes and villains, and I see the similarities while being very different, of course.
Yeah, no, this one, I want to say I was surprised, and I definitely was. I did not expect it to be quite as good as it was. But I feel like every Chinese anime that I usually hear about has been from the same director, whether it be like Link Click, I've heard a lot about. He has
I
another
love
series called
Link
Ringing
Click.
Fate. I've seen some scenes from, and he has a very, so I haven't even seen Link Click yet. I want to. I've seen some scenes from it. I've seen some scenes from his other things. He has a crazy style and way that he goes about things, and I feel like there's usually some type of deeper meaning there. And we really see that at the start of To Be Hero X, where he has the literal powers of the heroes and whatnot, right? But he does a good job of blending that with the figurative and like the I guess overarching themes that he wants to portray, right? Like how powerful the media is and how public persona is and how you start pretending to be somebody else until you almost like literally become that thing that you're pretending to be. Just different things like that it goes across in that first episode even is crazy. So it's like that plus entertaining visuals plus banger soundtrack plus crazy shock moments. I'm sure you'll get plenty of shorts from. Like it's,
Oh yeah,
I don't know. It felt like the whole package.
I uploaded one yesterday, and it was literally just nice walking off the cliff, giving like the two pointer fingers at our main guy,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking he's about to fly and be all cool, and then he just kills himself. Like,
Like that was shocking. Like I had to make a short in that
Holy
same moment because you're just like, I did not expect that to happen. Like, what
And
the
Why
hell?
does this anime have so much emotion?
The-
It's just mind blowing how much emotion it has every
Yeah.
episode.
but I will say the most recent episode. I don't know if it was episode 3 or episode 4. Did you guys see our main character Ling's transformation?
I have not yet.
Okay,
but
no spoilers.
yes, leave it
That
to
was
you
the
guys.
best
Yes, I have.
episode. That was the best episode of all time.
I did see it jumped up.
I
I,
watched
guess it
the new
wasn't
episode
even
today as well.
top 10 like on the charts or whatever where people vote, but like it jumped up to number 1 after this most recent episode. So I thought it was number 1 after just that first episode based on all the other shows I watched, which is crazy because it's the one show we DM'd each other about like, hey, everybody make sure you watch this one. We want to talk about that. And then last week we just forgot to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know if it was the most recent episode, but I do think it was like above episode 3. It may have been episode 4. That was my favorite. But episode 4 felt like a season finale. It felt like
Damn.
everything built up to this 4th episode, and it was just such good writing and world building with a twist. And it's just like it was like the twist at the end was crazy too. I don't want to get into the spoilers, but genuinely one of the best episodes of fiction I've watched in a while.
Did it also end on a cliffhanger? Because I've heard everything that this director's done, like every episode always freaking ends on a cliffhanger. And
Yeah,
I don't know
so-
if I'd have to binge it. I can't do the week to week on this.
Yeah, they gave us like like some crazy transformations and some crazy moments, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I thought it was like this was like season finale epic, and then it ended with like a cliffhanger where it's like, okay, I see how the series
done.
continues.
Are you guys watching it in dub? Because I'm watching it in dub and it's really good in dub.
I'm watching it in dub, yeah.
Yeah, dub voice acting is so good.
I've only watched one episode, but I watched it in Japanese dub. Like just because that's what I saw it in. I didn't really think too much on it, but I guess a lot of people prefer to watch like stuff like this in Chinese, which I feel like would take some getting used to. But I'm glad to hear that English is good as well. I assume that's what you mean by dub. So many
Yes.
different languages on this thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
the English is really good.
Anyway, honestly, after that most recent episode, I know that we're not really rating this one. I was gonna give it like a
Yeah.
9 out of 10 so far. Like there was only one episode that I wasn't in love with. Out of the 4, there was like an episode 2 or 3 that was like, it's okay. But everything else has been fantastic, especially with the most recent one. Like I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Definitely watch To Be Hero X if you haven't already. My friend Nokotan. It's a fun watch as well.
Said I watched like 14 episode ones of the seasonals, and I think To Be Hero X was probably my favorite as well. Like it was just up there,
Yeah.
head and shoulders above the rest. So,
And you haven't
I'm
even-
such a weeb. I have to watch the Chinese anime in Japanese dub. You know, like
That
it's
is
just
crazy weeb levels.
the lips still weren't matching, right? Like the lip syncs still weren't matching. So I thought that was
That's
funny.
So fucking funny.
But,
Okay.
but
Let's just briefly talk about my pick. Smartphone Isekai Season 2, if you guys want to take it away.
God.
oh god.
Jordan, I'll let you talk because I've already seen it. So you talk.
Yeah, so I had started the first 3 seasons back when this show came out, and I dropped it, for a reason. And then lo and behold, this guy recommends season 2. So I went back, I rewatched the entirety of the first season.
Why?
Last week I watched the first season. I can't start season 2 without watching season 1. Okay, it's just how I am.
You're not missing out on anything.
Trust me, I know that now. I did kind of enjoy the beach episode from season 1. Because it just took it to the extreme of, you know what, we're gonna have a beach episode, let's invite everybody, he has teleportation powers, we'll bring the whole crew, right? Like it made me laugh a couple times. But man, season 2, I'd heard season 2 got better, but I feel like that's just because the people that make it to season 2 made it all the way through season 1. Episode 1 of season 2 just had not just one hot springs bath scene that lingered, it had 2. I've never seen that done before in an anime. That's kind of historic. Like it said, episode 1 of season 2, we're gonna have bath scene for the first half, different bath scene for the second half, and then it just started tossing plot stuff out there after that. But it's something, man. It's something. It's an anime.
For the longest time, I said it was the worst anime I ever finished. And I can't say that anymore because now there's a season 2. And I thought that'd be a fun way to troll you guys. But I really just ended up trolling myself.
It has 30
Jordan.
volumes of the light novel. There's an audience for it. I just don't think I'm in that audience. But it had a couple scenes that made me laugh throughout the entirety of the thing. But with 15 episodes being watched now, I'm not sure if that's if that's necessarily praise. So,
Recon?
not the worst show.
What are you thinking on season 2, Recon?
It's as bad as the first season. I'm not gonna lie. I even tortured myself watching it back when it was still airing.
I'd argue. It's
just-
worse.
I don't know. Despite it actually being popular among so many people, even though it has a pretty bad score, I don't know. I just tortured myself watching it. It's so bad. I hate the characters. I hate the story. The animation sucks. It's the same generic shit that we've seen before. I don't know what to say for it, really. It's not great.
I love how Himothy
It's
invents
definitely
everything.
my least favorite. My least favorite Isekai.
No. So I did remember that Himothy invented like ice cream, like in using Google and whatnot, his Google cheat powers. But I didn't know in season 1 he also invented guns. So that was something like Himothy's like, you know what? I'm just gonna invent guns, and he just did it so casually in one episode.
Yeah, he summons a gun and he has a
I feel like
smartphone.
that sums up the anime. Yeah.
At least season 1 had like the stupid concept of it and like the introduction of like abilities and people.
No,
I
not
feel
even that. Not. Keep going. But I don't
I'm
think
just
that's
trying to
great.
say the reason why season 1 is slightly better than season 2, even though season 1 is the worst anime I've ever finished. I'm like, at least there was something like I didn't know what was happening yet, so like maybe I had like a little bit of intrigue, like where is this gonna go? And of course it goes nowhere. But season 2, what drives me crazy is he just solves every problem with such ease, with speed
Yeah.
too. Like he's a speed
That's the
runner.
point. He's Himothy. He does everything.
Bro, he has a smartphone. It tells him everything.
but
the
it's-
smartphone
but
tells
it-
him what to do.
It's
Power
not even-
fantasy self-insert.
I know, but it's not even like, oh, we have this issue. Let's struggle throughout the episode to figure out a way that this will work to fix the issue. He fixes every issue within 3 seconds. It's like, oh, we have 2 monsters over here. I'm going to teleport them into the sky and they're going to fall to their death. Oh, our business is doing
Wouldn't that be
bad.
nice?
Boom, you have a hot spring. It's like within 3 seconds, you're like, I got a fix. Oh, you're over here. I'll teleport you. Oh, these people have shackles on their necks because they're slaves. Oh, I can just take it off. It's like there's no struggle.
Briggs, let's be honest. He ain't gonna beat Yogiri though.
What?
Yogiri from
My Instant Death Ability.
My Instant Death Ability, yeah.
Dude,
he ain't beating him.
That was still close to being worse. I'm gonna be honest. My Instant Death Ability was still close to being worse.
No, that's not even close to me. I don't know.
Well, if you actually,
maybe.
Let me ask you guys this: if you got Isekai to enter the world, would you wish? Would your only and you have only one wish? Would you actually wish to have your smartphone?
No.
No.
What would you guys wish for?
Immortality. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There has to be something better.
Yeah, like
Just happiness. I don't know.
Goku.
You guys don't want your smartphone
to become a Super Saiyan. I don't know.
Dopamine
Dude.
addiction's too strong, man. People just can't. They're so plugged into their phones. They got to bring it with them. Put God on speed dial real quick. Just go visit.
Dude,
such a dumb concept, man.
It's so dumb. It's actually so fucking dumb.
Let me praise the first season for a bit, though. I will say. So, okay. So my thing I really liked about the first season was the mid cards were pretty funny. Like they had some funny moments, and a lot of those were in the mid cards as like stuff happened. So I like it when shows do that. And then the ED changed every single episode, and it featured a different girl. So they were all made. The EDs were basically the same, but still very different. And I like it when shows do that. Season 2 got rid of all that. The mid cards are boring now. It just says smartphone season 2, and then like the EDs are the same every time. So it took away the things that made season 1 great. You know,
a little bit special, a little bit different.
Yeah. Really? I can't speak right now. Why am I stuttering? The EDs and the cards is what you've been.
That was the only good parts about episode 1.
Really?
That was what I liked. Yes, that's what I liked.
The only thing you liked.
And they took it away. Okay, they took away the only thing I liked from season 1. And I don't know.
Wow.
Season 1 made me laugh a couple times too. I didn't really get that with season 2. So,
what about the slime scenes from season 1? Did you like that? The slime section.
Konosuba did it better. I don't know. Like the people that invent the stuff that's also kind of perverted in a way. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Season 1, season 2, it's all kind of just very shallow in a lot of ways, where it's like going through the motions of the isekai thing. But I'm like, there's other shows that do it better. I don't think I'd ever recommend this one.
I honestly think you could go to like an elementary school and say, hey, write a story, and they would write a better. Like I genuinely think like my like little short stories from like grade 6 had better writing and like climaxes and struggle than this.
It kind of had that same type of logic though that kids have, as far as like, if one kid's presenting a problem, he goes, oh yeah, but I counter that because I deal infinity plus 2 damage with my attack of my smartphone, and the logic
Keep
there.
in mind, a grown-ass man wrote this.
Yeah,
it was probably ChatGPT.
The abridged is good. I will say that.
My rating for this would be like a 2 or a 3, 2 or a 3 for this series. It's so bad.
I'm gonna give it a 0.5.
Damn.
I'm gonna give it a 0.5 as well.
Really low.
I do have a few shows that are like, because I rate my shows on a scale of 1 to 100 a lot. So I do have a few shows that are like 0.1, 0.2. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but I'm gonna give it a 0.5.
I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. I'll give it a 1 out of 10 because somehow I finished the first season, which means it's 0.5 worse than my instant death ability. I give it a 1.5 out of 10. I think.
Oh god! I just know I'll never forgive you for making me watch all of season 1.
That was your choice, dude.
You didn't have to. You like we told you. You're not
you guys
missing
don't
on
understand.
anything.
Don't understand. You can't just jump into a season 2. I can't do it. I don't have it in me.
Okay, let's keep on going. What was next? Bang.
The show you probably hate more than
Bang Dream.
Bang
My
Dream.
Go,
It's my go. I hate the way it looks so much. I hate the way they look. Their faces are like, I don't know what render. All look the same. Very little emotion other than when they blush.
I never liked 3D animation until this show. Okay, this was what changed my mind.
This is what changed your mind?
Yeah,
That is
what changed my mind on
crazy
3D
for you to
animation.
say, Jordan. But what about 2B Hero X? That is literally 3D animation.
Yeah, I saw this before
so
2B Hero
good.
X.
Okay, but this is also a lot older, right?
No, it's like a year or two ago. It's 2023.
This is
Actually, yes, it is.
2023.
Yeah, I was about to say this is 2023.
Yeah, it's so
There's
good.
no way you would prefer that over 2B Hero X.
I
That
never
is
said
nuts.
I did. I said this is what changed my mind on 3D animation, but that was back in 2023. So this is before
I
2B
thought
Hero.
this was
X.
like
That would be the
2008.
opposite. That would be the opposite for me, Jordan. Oh my god.
Really? Oh my god.
I
This is
thought
so sad.
I thought for sure this was like 2008. It looked so bad.
What? I will say there's some scenes I've seen from previous Bang Dreams because I've never watched any of them, but those looked worse, and I think it did
What?
improve upon those. Like
Dude,
get better
I
with time.
accidentally started watching the wrong Bang Dream, and it was so much better looking.
what? No, which one did you watch?
I think I just watched a little bit of Bang Dream season 1.
Ah, you thought it looked better?
Yeah, I thought it was
This is
gorgeous
so sad.
in comparison.
Oh my god. My mind's blown here. This is crazy. So what do you guys think of It's My Go in particular, I guess?
No,
Jordan, I hate
I-
you for this.
Like
Jordan. I hate you for this.
7 minutes into season 1, I realized I was watching the wrong one, and then I went to go watch
Oh.
It's My Go. So I didn't actually get a good representation of the other Bang Dream, but low key.
I've never seen the other Bang Dreams, so you don't need those. You don't need
Okay.
those.
I will say Bang Dream, It's My Go. I was kind of bored at first. I saw some potential, and then episode 3 was a banger. Episode
go.
3 was so good. Like, it makes me want to keep on watching, and I kind of can't believe it.
Man.
Seeing
I'm
it
the opposite
from,
of you, Brent.
you actually got
I'm the
me,
opposite.
Jordan. You fucking got me. What's her name? Tamori? Because episode
Yeah,
3
Tamori.
is a POV from Tamori's perspective of her, like her backstory and why, like, she gained this friendship with these people and started this band, and then the trauma of like it falling apart, and seeing everything from her perspective, from like lyric writing to her feelings, and seeing like other people's reactions and stuff. And then obviously transitioning into this new band that's going to start, and maybe like a way for her to heal through like this new friendship in music. Like, I'm like, why is this episode actually peak?
It's so good. It's so good, and that's why
I'm like,
recommended
why
this
can't you
one.
just look good while doing this? Because it looked
Yeah.
terrible.
I will say, myself and a lot of people I know that love this show, that was their biggest complaint going into, and the reason a lot of them almost didn't want to watch it at first. The reason I didn't want to watch it at first is because I'm like, I don't like the way 3D animation looks, right? Like a lot of times, even on this one, it takes some getting used to. But once you're used to it, I feel like it does it pretty well.
Yep. I do think the music, even some of the music, like kind of like not slideshow, but like what they were showing while the music was going, and the transition from like them practicing to being on the stage, and like showing like the environment and stuff was kind of beautiful. You know what it is? It's just whenever you're not showing people's faces, the show is great. Because like that was gorgeous.
And I don't know if there's any concerts in those first 3 episodes. I don't think there is. I
They
just binged
show the
whole show
concert.
again
They
yesterday.
show the concert in the backstory of episode 3.
Yeah. But one of the powerful things about that 3D animation and stuff is the camera work a lot of times during those like actual concert scenes. It's so fun to see like kind of what they do with that, right? So
I like the perspectives.
it's fun.
They're showing it from like one person's perspective. I like the angles that they do. I will say that like the angles they do is good. It's literally just their faces
Yeah.
that like sometimes I'm like, wow, that was good, but like why does your face suck?
Yeah.
But I kind of got over it. By the end of episode 3, I feel like I'm over
Yeah,
the look.
you get used to it.
You have to get used to it. And at the end of the day, I've always been on the side of like, even if a show's ugly, if it's well written and fun and has good characters, that's what matters. However, there is a part of me that's like, some of these emotional scenes might hit harder if their faces moved and didn't all look the same. Recon, what are your thoughts on Bang Dream? It's My Go.
Well, you guys touched probably on most of the points, but Jordanio, my boy, how's your day?
It's about to get a lot worse. I can feel it. I can tell. Oh God.
Right. So, you guys know me. I struggle a lot with bad-looking anime, and well,
This is so sad.
to no surprise, this is one of them. It was tough getting through the first episode. I skimmed through the second one because I just couldn't take it anymore. The third one though did pick up, like Briggs said. I like the the POV perspective of the girl, Tomori, whatever the hell her name is. And I am never touching the series ever again. Jordan.
No, this is so sad. This is so
Jordan,
sad.
you really torture me with these series. And because in general though, I'm just not really that big into music series.
This is so
It's
sad. Music's one of the best genres.
I don't know. The music genre for me is quite underwhelming when it comes to anime. Although Bocchi the Rock was pretty good. I liked it.
But that had a
Bocchi's
lot of
good.
other things going for it, right? Like
Because it had a lot more other things going on for
comedy,
it.
social anxiety, the relationships between them. But this show has that too. Definitely in episode 3, we see like that Tomori struggles with like her social like isolation, and then like her connection to music, and then making these friends kind of helping her, which is why she's so heartbroken when it falls apart. Which brings another question: why did it fall apart again? Fucking, I know like one of them was like upset against Tomori not practicing enough.
Jealousy.
No,
It's just
so
jealousy.
that's the thing is we like there's a season 2 that just came out that I want to watch, but we never find out why it fell apart in season 1 of
Really?
Ben Dream It's My Go. Yeah. So
even like the main one,
because we don't get Twin Tails perspective. Like she broke up. She started the band. She broke it apart in that first episode, and we don't really get the answers as to why. Right? We just have to deal with the repercussions of that.
Yeah.
It just kind of tosses you right in the middle of that drama initially. Like a very heavy scene right out the gate, episode 1 of like the band breaking apart. And then it kind of, the reason I recommended this one with that first 3 episode package is because it does lead into episode 3, which is one of my favorite episodes of recent anime, where it gets the build up to that, right? All from Tomori's perspective. She's one of the most interesting characters I think I've seen in recent anime, where she doesn't really have a good comparison. Maybe Sheena from like Pet Girl Sakuraso, but like she's just very like different, weird, like very introverted, shy. Not even shy, just not very good at her expressing herself, right? She's serious and man, I don't know. Like you get the build up to that moment, right? Where it looks like everybody's having fun. And then like in that serious moment, they're like, yeah, I've never once had fun with this band, right?
That's another thing. So we don't know the persons who broke it up, why they did it. Like we maybe have some ideas, maybe jealousy, maybe she was upset about like some of the hate comments. I don't really know. But
I don't have the answers either.
the other girl who like I don't know what instrument she plays. I can't remember.
Guitar. Or I think she can kind of she can kind of play a few instruments, just really good. But she plays the guitar for them.
Yeah, and then she randomly says, "I never enjoyed this once," but then now she's trying to restart the band again. She's not the one restarting it, but she's down.
No,
to
she's not.
She's down to like rejoin.
No,
she's just trying to find people to join. Like she goes to
the
school.
bassist is trying to like get people to join, but like she's
she's not trying to join.
She's not. No.
Oh, I thought she was down to join again.
No, I think people were trying to recruit at the school. They were trying to recruit, and then they just made friends with her.
We have the new character that's introduced. She's the one who really wants to get a band going, and she kind of sparks all these tensions by asking people that used to be in a band, right? Especially Tomori. And one of the fucking stupidest, funniest scenes was like the dark haired girl being like, "Why is she running away? Whatever." And she's like, "Oh, I just asked her to be in my band, and she ran away." And she's like, "Scum! You're scum for that."
It gets so intense, so out of nowhere. And she's like, "I just got here. I don't know what's going on. I just casually asked. I thought it'd be fun. I don't know. Stuff like that cracks me up because it is very drama heavy, but it is also just very character focused. And we find out like the name of the show is My Go, right? And My Go in Japanese would translate to lost. So all the characters are very lost in their own way, right? And they all have these different arcs of trying to kind of trying to face that, and it all builds towards a climax, and it's done really, really well. So
it's one of the things that I like about you, Jordan. The way you talk, it's like you make it sound so good.
It is. Tomori's arc is so good.
When watching it, it's so bad when watching it.
Name a character as interesting as Tomori. She's just sitting there collecting stuff. She's like, I like rocks.
I don't like any of the characters.
I'm not stupid, but I like rocks. And then she's just collecting them. She's just putting them on her desk. She's like, I like this one because this. And then she has the stickers and the notebooks. She just collects things. She's just very out there, right? Very different for like throughout her whole childhood. And then you just kind of see from her perspective, she's never really been great at communicating with others, right? So learning to do that over the course of the show, very rewarding in a way. I could gush about this series all
I
day.
just want to ask again. So I think she was she played the bass, the Soyo Nagasaki, whatever. I just looked up her name. She doesn't want to join the band. She's just trying to like reunite former members.
Yeah, I mean you're touching on it, right? I don't want to spoil stuff, but characters have their own motivations, right?
So,
like
but
maybe
one of them just like said she didn't want to be part of the band anymore, which I like the thing, and the other one's like I didn't have fun. I didn't ever enjoyed this once. Like I don't believe that. I need to watch more to figure out what's going on. I will say episode 1 and 2 was quite slow at times, and I may have watched it like 1.25.
No, yeah, it's fair. It is slow, right? It's all about the build up.
It's like me, I skipped
meeting
through
Tomori as she sits there and plays with rocks on her desk and
Yeah.
handing other kids roly polies out of nowhere, and they're just like, other kids don't like those necessarily, you know?
Thanks for making me suffer, Jordan. I give your anime a 1 out of 10.
This is so sad.
One is crazy.
I give it a 1 out of 10.
This
All
is so
right.
sad.
I'll give it like a 6 so far.
Dang. Okay. All right. I think I have it rated lower than most people, but it has like an 83 on any list. So
Really? So I does seem like
people really like the
shows that picks up.
Mhm.
I know I would have really struggled to get to episode 3 if it wasn't for this podcast.
No, that's fair. I do love episode 3 though. I thought that was so unique, doing the first person perspective throughout the entire thing, and just building up to the climax that is where we started at, and just from a different perspective, right? From a first person perspective of like looking around, kind of not understanding, like I don't know. It was good.
All right, guys, it's the time where we recommend what we're watching next time. I think we could all agree that Smartphone Isekai was the best one we watched this week.
All right. How about we don't torture ourselves? Let's give us some good recommendations. How about that?
All right, I'm gonna give you a great recommendation, Recon. Ready? From 1997,
No, please.
Berserk.
Ooh.
Oh, you're actually really gonna make me watch Berserk?
Yeah. And can you watch?
I've already seen it though.
You never watched 1997?
I've watched the CGI crappy one.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't seen it. You watched 2016, and it starts in the middle of the story.
Yeah, but it was really bad.
Can we commit to 4 episodes of this?
I actually really remember when I used to call you up like, Briggs, let's watch Berserk.
Yeah, we used to watch Berserk 2016 together. Can't believe that.
I couldn't do 2016. That one is. Oh god.
We're watching 1997, and can I request 4 episodes?
No.
I'll
No,
watch
you're
4
not gonna make me watch more than 3.
All right, we'll start with 3, but I might message you guys to watch 4 because I'm trying to remember. I remember there's something that happens. Obviously, like the ending's crazy, and there's like some really cool parts later on. But I do think something happens early in the story, and the first episode's not the best representation of Berserk 1997. So I kind of want to see you guys go to episode 4, but I'll message you guys. For now, just do 3.
Can't believe you're gonna make me watch crappy visually looking anime.
It actually, I think, looks pretty good for its time.
So, Recon, how's your day going so far?
Oh no.
It's going great, Jordan, and I feel it's gonna get bad with you talking.
Oh no, yeah, I get that a lot. So,
What's your recommendation?
I really had to suffer over these past 2 weeks, just so you know. I know a lot of that was Briggs's fault. You've actually been recommending good stuff, so I feel bad about this. But I think we should make a rule. You know, no more season 2s, because season 2, it's kind of hard to just jump in. But of course, that rule has to take place after this. Okay, after this, so I'm gonna say Bang Dream, Ave Musica, which is season 2 of It's My Go. So I really want to watch it, and to make time to watch it, I feel like I got to toss that recommendation out there. You can just jump into it if you want, or you can watch the build up. You know, so.
Holy crap, man.
So I guess a bit of a spoiler is there's all these characters in the Bang Dream universe that seem kind of important but aren't really for My Go. And then they all kind of come together at the very end. This is after all the My Go stuff happens, and they form their own band. And it's like the Avengers assembling, right?
Oh shit.
And then they get their own series announced, and that's what season 2 was. It's a series about them, right? So
that's cool.
Ave Musica, right? So it's a whole different band. It's a whole different season about a different band, and I don't know. I want to watch it, so I'm gonna toss it out there.
You both really want to make me suffer with this, huh?
All right.
You're just collateral damage this time. I was trying to make Briggs suffer. So
All right. I guess it's up to me to save this podcast now. Have you guys seen 86?
Yes.
I have.
Damn. Okay, never mind.
I like
got
the
to back
first,
up.
I like the first season, hate the second season.
Damn. Okay. I
I
got to
like
back
86.
up. I want you guys to watch Gabriel Dropout.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay.
Have you seen it, Brigo?
I have not, but I feel like I remember
Okay.
what this is.
Yeah, yeah. I want you guys to watch Gabriel Dropout.
I know Nuts really liked this show back whenever it came out.
Did he?
I think so, yeah. I only watched one episode, so like way back when. I don't remember it very well.
It was so good. But yeah, it just came to my mind. I think that is something you guys would like.
Okay.
All right, I have a question for chat. Chat, do you have a recommendation for an anime we could watch 3 episodes of? Because I think 4 shows is perfect timing to get the 40 minutes of content.
All right.
Because we've been struggling to get the 40 minutes
Cat's
for the
gonna
other
recommend
ones.
some 90s shit now.
Can someone recommend something funny or fun or stupid or bad or good? This is your time, chat. This is your time to
I
shine.
will say,
Someone came in with
will-
GTO. Their first recommendation is GTO. Already did it.
we watched that. It was bad.
The 100 Girlfriends. Please no, dude. Please no.
I've already
I will
seen
say,
that.
I want to say to pick a show that I've seen because I know we're doing Saturday next week,
Oh,
right? So
Prince of Tennis. I'm down.
let's go.
Prince of Tennis.
Dude, Blaze is such a troll. I was thinking of doing that Astro Boy for Recon.
Oh
Like the oldest anime of all time.
Oh god.
Okay, are you guys down to
God.
do Prince of Tennis?
I'm down for that, but it's up to
Tennis
Recon.
series. I mean,
I've never watched
I guess unless there's another better recommendation out there instead of tennis.
it. No,
You don't like tennis?
Recon, have you not watched it?
No, I haven't. Seen
You haven't watched it? I haven't watched it. Jordan, have you watched Prince of Tennis?
Yeah, but you know,
I think for this one we're going.
I'm not gonna complain.
I think we're going Prince of Tennis.
let's go.
And on that note, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. Definitely check out the Anime Dude on Twitch, on YouTube.
What's up?
I'm
Check
really
out-
not gonna enjoy the next one now.
Check out Anime Recon on the YouTubes. He
I
talks
do feel
about
like this
bad
is
anime.
kind of sad. This is kind of. I know you're trying to wrap it up, but Recon's been throwing out bangers, and I feel like we just kind of did him dirty. This
Dude,
is.
I
literally-
recommended the
legit.
1997 Berserk.
You guys,
Top 10
both
animated
of you, have
trails of all
thrown
time.
in trash. You both have thrown in trash, and I had to literally save it
Dude,
with Gabriel
1997
Dropout.
Berserk is actually unreal. It's
You're not
so
wrong.
good.
You're not wrong. But it's good to us. It's also 90s, so
Okay.
I think it looks good and sounds good still, but we'll find out.
yeah. All right.
Also, yeah, check out Recon on YouTube. Check me out. I do my reactions on Twitch, and I upload them to my in short form on Rant Cafe and the YouTube. And all these episodes are available on Spotify. Love you guys so much. Shimpaku, and I'll see you all next time.
All right.
Bang.
Later.